I suppose I'm as much as fault as anyone. But it's not like football players are monsters.
It's like the only thing that matters at sport. You get straight A's and people dump on you. It doesn't make sense.
We were getting high in school. A couple of times we dropped acid in 8 periods, so...
Brandon was changing, definitely getting darker and angrier, although sometimes he would be the old Brandon, funny, charming and goofy.
The first gun Brandon got, he bought from this kid in school. It was a piece of crap, but Brandon didn't care. All he cared about was having that gun.
Gary asked me if I would get him a gun. I'd be lying if I said it didn't cross my mind he might use it on himself.
I can see how Gary might have been thinking about killing himself. Brandon never struck me that way. He was like too angry to do that. He wanted to get too many people.
Maybe Gary and Brandon were different from other kids, but they still should have been accepted as people.
All the way they are talking about who they're gonna blow up with these bombs, and it's a pretty good sized list.
I won't use the words he used, but basically he said he was going to blow away some kids at school.
Look at it as a form of torture. Day in and day out, society and school tortures you.
Kids have been getting into fights and picking on one another since forever.
People seem to think that it's perfectly acceptable to be violent, but when it happens in school, you cannot simply walk away from it and say boys will be boys. It must be stopped.
Gary said he wished they would all die. He said he really wanted them to die slow, painful, miserable deaths.
At first I thought it was a joke, but then one of them fired a few shots at the ceiling.
He aimed that gun right at my face and said, "I'd hate to shoot you, Miss Bender, but I will."
They kept kicking me in the head and the arms and the ribs. It hurt worse than anything that ever happened on the football field.
Try to picture this. 50 or 60 kids laying face down on the ground and whimpering and calling out for mercy.
They had it perfectly planned.
Why did they bring flashlights and snacks? Because they weren't planning to just kill these kids. They were going to make them suffer, just like those kids make us suffer.
Why can't they teach something in elementary school that could help kids learn how to deal with one another without it always becoming violent?
Sorry folks, I'm not forgiving them. Ever.
I remember wondering why they didn't start shooting kids right away, and I thought, oh no, killing us isn't the point. They have some stupid message they want us to hear first.
You hear people say the boys were crazy, so that it was just an insane and unpredictable thing, just utterly random. But I don't think so. It's a message, and the sooner we wake up and listen, the better.